Manny CA here. Today I thought I'd go over the ATI Chiappa upper dedicated 22 that we did some shooting with earlier. Show you guys how to slick it up and get it going. First thing I wanted to go over with you guys is the quality of the equipment that my buddy received. Now, he got this last month, and I mean, we're not here, the channel's not here to bash anybody, but he contacted the manufacturer, and they really didn't want to do anything. I'll show you what we're talking about right now. You saw us shooting it, shot great, flawlessly, no problems. Here you can see a kind of like a little bit of a close-up of it. Polymer. Of course, you got the bolt here, which is metal. The sights that came with it were, you know, pretty nice flip-up sights. You had the two sight adjustable. You got the big ring and the little ring. And you can see that right here. One thing about it, everything was polymer, which, I mean, they tell you that when you buy it. Everything's polymer here except for the barrel and their little flash suppressor, whatever it's called, whatever they want to call it. But let me show you something. When you pop it out, right, you get the charging handle out, the unit comes out, and when you look at it, it doesn't look too nice. You can see a lot of the plating, I think whatever the plating is that they put it on it, has just fallen right off. And it was like this when he got it. So don't just think it's because we've been shooting it. He shot it, you see right here, especially under here. Plating's gone. It's just, see the plating up here? Plating over there is gone. So he contacted, first he contacted who he bought it from. They told him contact ATI. Sent an email to ATI, and their basically the response was, well, sorry it happened. Does it work? And he was like, yeah, it worked. They go, well, we're not really going to do anything about it. So just so you guys kind of get an idea, buyer beware with these things. The reason why they're so cheap. But there are things you saw in the video. They shot well. Shot very well. A couple things you can do to kind of slick it up a little bit, though. You can see right here where you had metal on metal contact. What happens is this is where the bolt kind of just comes back. See? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to do a little bit of a maintenance on this sucker. Just a quick tip. Maybe not so quick, but a little bit of maintenance. So you've got a pin right back here. You've got to knock this pin out, and that's going to free the whole mechanism. So I like to use a piece of tape. Take the mechanism, and you're just going to knock it out with a small pin. Punch. Don't take it all the way out. Oh, there you go. Because you're going to need it to get it back in, and you need about three hands. Well, this one fell out, but we'll put it back in. You're going to need about 3 hands to put this thing back together, and that's where a vise will come in very, very handy. So, there we go. We'll get that pin started just so that when it's time to do it, we got it. Now, these are the rails. You can see just where you get the contact, and you can see, I don't know if it shows up, it looked like it started to pit a little bit. You see that? That's how it was received from the manufacturer, from the seller. See that? And what we did is we hit it with some, well, before we even took it out, we hit it with some 4/0 steel wool, and WD-40, and wiped it all off. And then we used a good grease on it, a good lube, which was CLP, brake free. We used brake free on it, but the whole thing was like this, and it was rough. And you could see how, even on the bottom right here, see that? Right in here. So this is how it came from the manufacturer. And he put about 500 rounds through it, and it functioned pretty good, pretty flawlessly. But the one thing that we were both disappointed on, I'll show you how this pulls apart. You got the spring, it goes into the black piece just like that. And this is what captures the spring. And you got the bolt itself. Now you can take this apart further. Here's the firing pin right here. And you could take it apart further by punching out this, but I'm not going to do it because it just looks kind of scary to me. I mean, I don't know if you can see that inside, but right inside there, all the plating is just falling right away, falling off. But that was like that when he got it, which is odd. And that's why he contacted the manufacturer, and they told him, well, You know, if it's working fine, there's nothing we can do about it. So I guess, you know, you pay your money and you take your chances. Hopefully this video, you guys get a look on this and kind of have an idea, and you can make up your own mind as to whether you want to order from them or not, or order one of these or not. Basically what we're going to do is just start doing a little polishing. That's all I like to do. And we're going to polish this whole rail here, because this piece, see, it sits right there on the rail and it goes back and forth when it cycles. So, of course, we got our good old flits. Love flits. Flits is good stuff. And I just put a little on the old finger and just kind of dab it all over the parts that you're going to be polishing up. I'll polish off the rails here on the underside too, you know, just because it makes contact. And I was just really disappointed when he showed that to me. He brought it over a few weeks ago. I was like, man, I go, we got to do a video and kind of show everybody what's up with this. So we got our Dremel polishing buffer wheel on there. Now you can do as much or as little as you want. We did it before for him a lot, and we got rid of a lot of that. I hate to say it, but yeah, it was rust. You could see it right there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up right through here. The pitting in the material. It's pretty sad. So I told him to contact them, and we'll see. Their answer was pretty dismal. So I told him to, you know, keep shooting it, shoot it, you know, now that you got it, keep shooting it, and if anything happens, like the bolt breaks or the, you know, one of these pins gives out or whatever, get it back to them ASAP and tell them, say, dude, tell them, you know, this is not acceptable for what you're doing. You know, I mean, you pay, I know it's a, you know, it's a low grade product, it's not a premium product, but come on. Basically, what I like to use on here too is a product called Ezox. It's like a graphite. When it dries really, it dries just grease free, so it doesn't attract a lot of powder fouling that you would get when you're usually shooting 22. So basically, you're just going to be polishing the steel guide rod over there. This guy right here, I mean, he's just kind of scared to do anything to it because it just looks pretty bad. But I mean, you can see right here, it just kind of flakes right off. I don't know if it's chrome plate, some kind of plating on there, chrome plating, or I doubt it's nickel plating. But whatever kind of plating it is, it's coming off and it's showing the underside of the bolt. Well, that's about all I think we can do for this thing. Of course, if you guys have your own, you could buff it out as much as you want. You could buff it out to a mirror shine. That's what I think I would do, is kind of buff it to a mirror shine. Just because, you got those parts on part contact. Buff it up to a mirror shine, and I'm just going to use this to remove a lot of the grit that we put on there. Alright, so reassembly is just about the same thing, just in reverse order. You know, it's kind of disappointed in the quality, but what do you want? You know, you pay your money and you take your chances, I guess. But that's what I thought I'd get the word out for you guys. Kind of take a look, keep your eyes out, make sure. I'm going to set up the camera at a different angle, show you how we put that pin back in. Alright, we've got our assembly here in a vise, just a miniature vise on the other side of the workshop here. Show you how we do it. We got it clamped in pretty good, just because this thing you need 3 hands to put it together. Now here's the spring retention screw. You can see it's got a slot on the side over here, so it could help you put it in. Now you've got, let me show you this here. Let's see if it comes in. On this side you've got a divot. Let's see here, there we go. See that divot on the end? Well, that's the divot you're going to have to put through this hole right here and push the pin through. So you can use a screwdriver. Once you get it in there, use a screwdriver to kind of rotate it, you know, until it gets in there correctly. So let's proceed. This guy slides right in, slides into the, let's see if we can get him in correctly. There we go. Alright, you stick the retention screw there. So I get my hands out of here so you guys could see. So that's how the whole McGillicuddy comes together. But push this guy. Now I'm putting tension on here, pushing them into the back over here, and then I've got my little pin right here, which we're going to hammer through. So you push. You want to make sure that pin is down. You know what? I think I need my punch, because it feels like I pushed it a little too far in. There we go. And push the pin out a little bit. Got a little more clearance. There we go. Now you can use your screwdriver here on this side to turn the notch so you can drive the pin through. There we go. See how it comes out the other side over here? Well, turn your notch, and what you want to do then is take your little tap. There we go. Got it right there. And that's it, and we are assembled again. Good as new. A little bit of ease-ox on the rails here. A little bit of ease-ox right here where the 2 metal pieces come together. And this is where your striker comes up, your hammer comes up and hits it on your AR. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, send us a text, send us a message, let us know what you think. This particular one out of Chiappa, wasn't so impressed, but you know what? You saw in the video, it shot, it worked great. What can you say? Well, as always, take a kid shooting, go shooting. Join Gun Owners of America, Second Amendment Foundation. They're fighting for your rights. You guys have any questions? Like I said, send them on over. You have any particular interest in something you want to see? Let us know. We'll try to accommodate. Until next time.